After 5 days of fighting in South Sudan, the government says it's all over.
With effect from 11th July 2016 at 6 p.m., all the commanders of these forces are hereby directed to cease any hostility and abide by this order, control their forces, and protect the civil population and their properties.
The spokesman says President Salva Kiir spoke through a third party to his rival, Vice President RIEK MACHAR, who agreed in principle to order his troops to join in a ceasefire. Renewed fighting between rival armies loyal to the president and vice president threatened to throw the world's newest nation back into civil war less than a year after a unity government ended a 2.5-year conflict. At the time the ceasefire was being announced, United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon condemned the hostilities.
The gravity of the situation demands a rapid response. Today, I urge the Council to take action on 3 fronts. First, impose an immediate arms embargo on South Sudan. Second, enact additional targeted sanctions on leaders and commanders blocking the implementation of the agreement. Third, fortify the UN mission in South Sudan.
As battles waged in Juba, to the southwest, and to the east of the capital, the politicians also waged a war of words, with a vice president spokesman accusing the president of initiating the fighting and failing to control government troops.
Vice President RIEK MACHAR is in control of his forces, and this is why forces have not carried out an offensive retaliation into the town center. It is President Kiir who has lost control of his forces, or maybe he knows what he's doing if his forces have been attacking us.
The president's spokesman tells Al Jazeera the ceasefire proves Salva Kiir firmly controls government troops.
The president is in control. His army commanders, the chief of general staff, and all the army commanders adhere to what the president tells them. And if the president tells them to stop, they stop.
The residents of Juba are listening to a sound they've heard only sporadically in recent days: silence. South Sudan's differences remain, but those who've been holed up in their homes, some running out of food and water, are hoping the absence of gunfire will remain as well. The people of South Sudan prepared to re-emerge from their homes, hoping the latest ceasefire will hold. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Juba, South Sudan.